Let's bring in criminal defense and trial attorney Brian Claypool. Brian, great to have you on. I mean, Cohen saying, listen, I told Trump about this NDA. And then he's on the stand today, and the phone call, they couldn't really find it. Here's what Carrie Kupek said on Jesse Waters.
We first heard the audio where he's, screaming like a lunatic, like a used car salesman, gleefully anticipating Donald Trump going to jail. We're watching him on these text messages bully this 14-year-old kid. Then it turns out that phone call may never even have happened, which the case, the state's case really hinges on that in a lot of ways. After a while, you're thinking, okay, which lie was this?
I mean, it really is. Which lie was this? And he goes through the whole thing. It's almost like a red-handed moment, Brian. What'd you think?
Yeah, Trace, during testimony today, I thought the fire alarms were going to go off in the courtroom because the prosecution's case blew up,
right,
and there was smoke going all through the courtroom. I mean, it was just catastrophically devastating for the prosecution. We've been waiting 3.5 weeks for the smoking gun, right? Here's the smoking gun. It's the phone call. Wait a minute. It's 92 seconds and... Wait a minute, most of that's regarding a 14-year-old?
Right.
I mean, where's their time to talk about the Stormy Daniels deal? Where's their time to talk about, how he's going to get repaid? So this just proves my point. This case has always been about what I call juror nullification. Prosecution just wanted to get out salacious facts, character assassination of former President Trump, and try to get the jury to rule on that, not the facts.
Yeah, and there's talk about maybe calling Bob Costello to the stand here. That's Michael Cohen's former attorney, also a former federal prosecutor. Jonathan Turley says they should stop right here. Watch.
Costello is a wild card, and I have to say, as a criminal defense attorney, I might be in a minority among our experts. I tend to be risk averse. If I think I've won a case, I don't go any further. I don't like running a risk.
I mean, you're a defense attorney. You appear to have caught Cohen red-handed. Do you stop while you're ahead and move forward and just say, let's end it?
Yeah, I wouldn't bring Bob Costello. You know who I think I might bring? Keith Schilling.
Yeah.
He's in on that phone call. Have him come in and say, there was absolutely zero discussion of the Stormy Daniels deal. And then that seals the deal. And closing argument, there's actually not a shred of evidence, Trace, as we approach closing argument of Trump being involved in this.
As Andy McCarthy said, talking about the judge, Mershon has let Cohen and David Pecker explain to the jury that they believed that the NDA violated federal law, especially given that Bragg has no authority to enforce federal law and Mershon has no expertise in it. Shouldn't the jury hear from at least one person who actually knows something about subject federal law? No federal crime. Nobody has talked about a federal crime, and yet that's what they're charging him with.
Yeah. All they've proved in this case is that there was a payment to Stormy Daniels, which is legal, and an NDA was executed, and that's legal. So everything you've heard today up until now is legal. And one last thing. Cohen blew it when he admitted that Trump told him to go figure it out. That's one of the most important parts of the cross-exam. You go figure it out. And that's the theme in this case. He did. He's a convicted felon. He went with Alan Weisselberg, another convicted felon, and they both figured it out.
And the fire alarms were going off in the courthouse today, Brian. Thank you.
You bet. Thanks.